Hello Renevere, it's Friday and you already spent all of your allowance on trading cards just to realize that you have no friends to play with and now you're all alone and broke. It seems you are destined to come here. It's Freeday and today I show you Hands of Fate 2, this week's free game in the Epic Games Store.
Your memories are fading even now, gone to form the soul of the game we play. These pieces are new, as are the stakes. Life, death, and vengeance. We must ride, for time is short, and you have much to learn.
Your first encounter is this mysterious game master who invites you to play some sort of card-based role-playing game. Create your hero and begin your journey through the 22 different campaigns offered by the game master. Same as its predecessor, Hand of Fate 2 consists of the elements of dungeon crawler, card, role-playing and board games, with additional action RPG combat encounters sprinkled in between. The game's storytelling happens mainly through text stories narrated by the game master. In the first campaign, The Fool, you are introduced to the mechanics of the game.
The fool steps into nothingness, because they know no better. In the same way, you must step into the void. You are a blank slate, and together we will write your history.
After you choose your gender, your character appears on the board portrayed as this little figurine. He is placed on one of the cards spread across the table. These represent the game board and the path your hero can move along. The encounters you have to prevail throughout the playthrough are depicted in these cards and depend on what you and the game master have in their respective decks. These are the so-called encounter cards. The encounters vary a lot, some good, some bad, and also some basic merchant encounters where you can gear up and spend all your money, just like in real life. Most events can be solved through the right dialogue choices or through some dice rolling and other ways of gambling.
No way. How can I fuck this up?
But when it comes to monetary settlements, I rather follow the path of violence. That leads to my favorite part, action combat. You see, the combat design in Hand of Fate is held simple but effective. You can swing your weapon, block like a coward or dodge every attack like the Chad you are supposed to be. There is a wide variety of weapons in the form of equipment cards for you to explore. Each weapon has its unique set of skills and buffs. Dealing damage is one part, but you sure want to defend yourself too. Other equipment cards are, for example, helmets and armor. Armor is divided into 3 categories: light, medium and heavy. Each has their own benefit, but with a greater defense comes the cost of movement speed, so keep that in mind. It wouldn't be an RPG if you couldn't equip some sort of ice. In Hand of Fate you get your magic swag through rings. These have their own set of buffs. Finally, you can equip artifacts, which, just like rings, grant any defensive bonus. Artifacts may have an offensive effect, so you can use them like a second weapon, but they have only limited uses and you can't recharge them. These cards are obtained through the earlier mentioned merchants or through random drops as a reward in other encounter cards. Which cards you can get also depend on the deck you built before each campaign, same as every other card type. Sometimes you receive blessings or curses and I really don't want to go into detail what they do. There are too many different variations of these spells, but they give the campaign a fun twist. In summary, blessings A, curses nay. A new type of card is the companion card, where 1 out of 4 different companions accompany your character and provide some special advantages. Not only while you are in combat, but Colbjorn, for example, gives you an extra dice if you would lose the dice gambit. Totally broken. Now, what does a campaign look like? After you finish The Fool, you go back to the board and choose the next mission. Now you build your deck out of the cards you got from your successful encounters that granted a token. Then you start with a set value of life, food and gold. Now you might say, hold up, what are the tokens you just mentioned? Then I would say, I was just about to say what the tokens are if you would have just
Let me start with this part of the script I wrote, you impatient piece of
Tokens are your main source for new cards. There are small bronze coins attached to the different cards, which, if you win the encounter, or in the case of equipment cards, if you complete its objective, grant you new cards at the end of the game. Silver and gold tokens are the rewards for the campaigns. The campaigns itself give you different tasks you have to achieve. For the High Priestess I had to gain 6 blessings. For another campaign I had to acquire 20 fame points from successful encounters, which also granted me access to a special weapon, Haritha's Ire. These tasks are not mandatory to successfully complete the challenges. Completing the main goal grants you the silver token, but if you complete the side quest, you get the gold token too, and thus better cards as a reward. After each completed challenge, you unlock more of the 22 challenges. Now to the most important part you must have been waiting for, the rating of the common YouTuber. What I like and what I don't like about this game. The pros are, it's free. Wow! The graphics are good, not breathtaking, but good. It has a complementing art style. It runs smooth, is easy to understand and has a wide variety of cards. I just played it for 2 hours and I got quite the hang of it. The cons are, action combat is quite clunky. Sometimes the character just swings his sword around in the air. It seems the game struggles to handle more than one control input. The dialogue becomes boring fast. My smooth brain wants to bonk, not to thunk. It struggles with widescreens. I had my stats not shown on the screen for recording even though I set the resolution to 16:9. All in all, this is a solid game, and with an estimated playtime of 14 hours, you can have fun for a weekend without any regret. If you like Hand of Fate 2, you can get it for free in the Epic Games Store until April 29th, 2021, 5 PM Central European Standard Time. Also, Alien Isolation is right now available for free too. I already made a video about it in December, so you might want to check that out.
The huge failure is just playing the game? Okay, I think I got it why it's a huge failure now. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. You want a piece of me? Uh-oh, no.
Until then, see ya.